Okay, let's carry on. Okay, so where was I? Part B, right? Okay, so you continue to say that purpose work is to raise the awareness of Australian government on the increment of racism. Okay, so that then your outcome is this to make the people and government. So who is it you're trying to say? How do we know that who is the actual audience? If you look at the source, okay, audience we always find it from the provenance itself, which is the caption of the source. Okay, this is a website, so basically anyone in the world can look at this website. But who is the real audience? Since it's published by Australian charity organisation, it's targeting people in Australia to prevent racism in Australia. Who are the people? General Australians. Okay, then additionally, why was this even published in the first place? It was because if we read the background info, okay, the context, which was what was happening at that time, was there is still acts of discrimination against two main groups of people. Can see? Okay, so audience, it should be very specific, Australians. Okay, so what? So that they can take positive actions against racism. This is the outcome. Okay, so outcome of any source is for the audience to take a specific action. You just need to tell me what action is it. Okay, in this case is to end racism. Okay, so just now I said you also miss out context, so actually you have missed out some marks in between. Okay, let's look at the next question. Okay, how different are sources C and D? Since it's how different, that means some part will be similar, some part is different. Okay, because how different. So for all comparison question, always remember you need one similarity and one difference. Just always give both sides. Okay, so in your case, you miss out on similarity. You see, so I can only, if it's 8 marks, I can only give you half the marks. Okay, so based on your answer, okay, your common criteria is good, evidence is okay, main problem is there is insufficient explanation. What do I mean? If you say that people assume that people put all Muslims in one basket and say that they are all terrorists, unfortunately, then you say that this shows that people are unfair. How are people unfair? How does this link to terrorism? Okay, so for all explanation, you need to tell me what does the evidence mean to you. So when you write evidence here, it doesn't explain itself. You need to tell me what it means to you in your own words. Okay? And the same for this. If you say that the evidence shows that Australia remains a stable and cohesive society, you cannot just say this shows that there is strong social cohesion. You are copying this. You need to tell me what does this mean to you. Okay, is it that Australians have been working hard in including others? What does it mean? Okay, let's look at the last two questions. Okay, in what ways is E reliable about discrimination? This about discrimination is very open-ended. Is it saying that there is discrimination or there is no discrimination? Here, or whether effective or ineffective. So you need to tell me. So source is reliable on discrimination in Australia. Does this sentence make sense to you? Okay, so complete it showing that there is discrimination. This is your point. Okay, so evidence is not everywhere but it's there. This it, what is it, yeah? Okay, so if you look at the source, actually that is the part 1 of the main evidence. It's not everywhere but it's there. This it is referring to racism. So people, how are people racist? They target people who look different from them. This is the main evidence I need to see. Okay, so afterwards, same problem, you just quote, then you didn't explain, you just tell me this shows that there is racism. How do I know that this shows that there is racism? You need to write out for me. Okay, then the same problem, when you cross refer, you put evidence. So your evidence is, okay, law enforcement officials, which means police, target people based on their race and ethnicity. Then you just simply say this shows that police also racist. Why does this shows that they are racist? You know what I'm trying to say? Okay, so you should say things like instead of judging people fairly based on their actions alone, okay, police officials actually uh, look at people's skin color and assume all of them to behave in a certain manner, or assume that all of them will be dangerous. That is your explanation. Okay, if you don't explain, you will do very badly for all subsequent SBQs. Okay, please learn from this. Then next thing, okay, where is your part E? No, part E I cannot give feedback. Okay, let's look at the essay question. Okay, two ways to reduce to help prevent diabetes. Okay, help prevent is the keyword, so let's see. Okay, firstly, I can tell very clearly you Googled for the answer, because I think you just copy, it doesn't really make sense. You say I have question mark, question mark, question mark. Do you mean healthier or wealthier? Okay, so you have one solution, two solutions, okay, but all these, the next three lines doesn't make sense. Okay, there is not enough description how to let food manufacturers apply for grants. So missing description. Next, so what if they apply for grants? How does it link to diabetes? You need to explain. Okay, then this whole part is not answering question. You are telling me what happens to people when they have diabetes. You are not telling me how to prevent diabetes. Okay.